The tools and materials you'll need for this will be one of the 24 by 24 hobby pieces of plywood from your local home improvement store, a section of 4 by 4, 1 by 1, whatever you want to use. If you have a piece of round stock, that'd be great too. A carpet or a rug, sisal rope, multi-purpose adhesive, just any spray adhesive is fine, a pencil, stapler and staples, a tape measure, saw, and a straight edge. Here we have our 24 by 24 piece of hobby plywood, and look at that, it already has a 20 by 20 square on the bottom with 5-inch snipes. So let's cut that out. Whoops. Don't do that. Always let your blade stop before you try to re-engage your wood. Ignore all the blowout. You can always put that up and we're going to cover that. It'll be fine. Find the center of your board. It's a cat scratcher. It's not going to space, so just get as close as you can. And then put a mark on one side of your board and a mark on one side of your 4x4 so that you can keep them in line. Using an impact gun and your 3 screws, with the base upside down, put your 3 screws or 4 screws, 2 screws, whatever you decide to do, into it to lock them together. Now we have our base with our 4x4, whatever you used for your post, attached nice and firmly, and you're now going to take it apart. Prepare by laying your carpet or rug upside down on a flat surface. I recommend doing this outside. Take your piece of plywood as your base and spray one side of it with your adhesive. Once adhesive is tacky, flip it over and press into your carpet. Trim your carpet to fit. Once you've trimmed your carpet to fit, this is where the stapler and a second set of hands comes in handy. Roll the edges of your carpet to your plywood and staple on your straight edges. And you may have to make relief cuts for your corners if you put them in. Once you're done, it should look something like this. On the bottom and the top should be one nice uniform color. Proceed to run your screws back through the bottom so they're sticking out of the carpeted side. From the top, you should just see them poking out like that. Realign your 4x4 holes with those screws and tighten down until you have just enough of a gap to stick your rope under. And then once you have your rope under in a good solid way, tighten it down. You should end up with something that looks like this. Now, if you have an extra cutoff from that rug, take it onto the top and mimic what you did down there just for a nice aesthetic. Mask areas of carpet or just anywhere you don't want any glue. And you're now going to spray your adhesive all over this post and you're going to start to wrap your rope around it. Don't worry about the glue drying fast or slow. It is what it is. Just spray it and wrap it as good as you can. Okay, here's our final product. Something to note is this was 100 foot of string and we had like this much left over. I ended up doing a row of staples up here just to lock it down really good. It's not going to hurt the cat or anything. They're nice and deep in there. Pretty solid. We did we wrapped it around a couple times, so we'd spray, wrapped it around a couple times, spray. I don't know how much faith I have in it. I think I'm going to do another coat on the outside of this just to really lock it together. But now it's time to present it to the cat and see what she thinks, I guess. So here we are, probably about a month and a half, 2 months later. As you can see, it has gotten some use. For the first little while, probably about the first 2 or 3 weeks, she was really hesitant to use it, especially around us. I think because she thought that we were like, it was something I built, and whenever she attacks something of ours, I usually scold her pretty good. But she's gotten very comfortable now. The whole intention of this cat tower over like that little one that we like you can get in the pet store. It's just like the top of it was like right here, and she wanted to scratch up here. As you can see, she's really tore it up. So it's worked out pretty good in it. I don't think she's ever tipped it over once. And it slides around nice on the carpet, but it doesn't like get away from her, so she can actually scratch it and have fun. One thing that I definitely know why they do it in the real ones from the store, why they have a round piece of wood here, is it gets really tight on the corners when you wrap. We wrapped this really tight with this rope. It was really hard to do. And it still is getting loose on the long sides. On every side, there's strands that are coming apart, and we even glued it. And I think the reason why they do the round is just because you can get such an even pull on everything. Everything's equally as tight around it, but on these you get really tight corners and then loose ends. So if you really wanted to have it be a little bit better, you could do that. But I just had a 4x4 laying around, and this already cost more than your average nice cat tower at like a good pet store. So yeah, but she seems to like it. As you can hear, here's a demonstration. She loves it. She's gonna hide right now. Oh no. But yep, that's our cat tower. This is really just a make it project. Not really any other reason, but happy with how it turned out.